Good morning. We have the FIMI TX10 controller, and what I've done is I've plugged in an external mic that's a lavalier to my collar here, and we're going to see how it records, because the internal microphone is kind of tinny and echoey. Okay, so this is the first fire up after the new flash of the entire TX10 controller. That was my number 5 video in this series of the TX10. Now, it's recommended by many, even way back before the Bebop or the Navi, that it's recommended that when you do fly, that you have it in airplane mode or have your Wi-Fi turned off. I did put the Wi-Fi on to check the time, and the time is correct, and we did that test that the time doesn't lose any more time when you're turned off, and that was the correction that it did. But we will look also, we have night, we have, where's the display? Display, here we go. Now it still has that adjusted brightness. So let's just turn that on, and it's supposed to learn, but Fimi was telling me that in another update, it's not going to have this. So let's just see if it's a learning program that learns. Okay, so right now it's turned on, and we go here, and we get rid of that. So we have nothing there, and it's at the lowest brightness setting. Okay, see the lowest brightness setting? And we can bring it all the way up, and I don't think it shows you there, but here it's pretty bright for me. So we're going to put it there up to, what, about 80%? Okay, so let's just see what happens there. And I have not paired it to the drone. I did that before. We did the update, and we're going to hit Fimi here. We installed the Fimi app. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Fimi's there. Enter. And we have to do that. Now there's nothing there. I'm going to turn the drone on and see what happens. Here we go. And I have 3 flashing lights on the drone, so it's probably about 60%. And let's just see what happens if we get a connection. And we get a connection. Look at that. So we're going to go through some of the setups here, because we haven't set it up. The gimbal's not ready, and since a few updates ago, you have to wait for the gimbal to get ready. But we're going to go out of that. We're going to go into here, and we're going to look at some of these settings. Flight speed, 12 meters per second. That's okay, because in sport mode, it goes 18. We found that out on another one. So let's go to the controller. We're not going to calibrate everything. It's on version 2. We have, okay, we can only, yeah, okay. So one of these buttons on the back for real-time speak, which is the top button here, is only for the version 2. The C5 is a self-check, and the C6 is for the back and down. Okay, and that's for the gimbal. So if I press the gimbal down, it should be ready now. Okay, and I press number 5. Number 5, is it? 5 is number 6. Number 6. Okay, let's go out of that. Okay, it's not that one. It's this one. There we go. Down, And this is C5, I believe. C6. Press it again, and it brings it up. That's what that does. Go back into here. We have still green there. We've done that. Gimbal. Everything seems to be okay. Okay. And there, we're on high. That's the image to the transmitter, which is good. It's on automatic. The battery, yeah, we're down at 55%. And the other one here is the firmware. And the firmware is that, as you see. Let's go back. And we're going to go to the video section. Okay, it's the three buttons at the three lines at the bottom right far corner of the screen here. Okay, and we're going to go, this is video. We're on medium. We want to go to high. And we're at 1080p 30, average, average, average. Yes, metering is average, 264. That's great. I like 264. It's not as compressed. Okay, that beep was the inactivity for the controller. It was on for 10 minutes. That's all that was. Okay, we have enough satellites, so we're going to go up and see what happens. Up it goes. And it's not wavering, it's going straight up. That's a good thing. And we turn it around. I'm going to look down. And there we are. Let's start that video. And I can push the video or I can push the camera button. And it starts the video. That's pretty good. Let's go to the right a bit and go up. And I'm going to walk out into the sunlight here. Okay, bring that camera down so you can see us. And I'm going to walk out into the bright, bright, bright sunlight. Okay, as you can see here. And if I can see this, now I'm going to swipe down twice. And another time. I'm going to put that all the way to 100%. There we go. And that is like super, super bright. I can see that no problem at all. And as you can see, I'm walking over into the sunlight here. There it is. I'm down here right in the bright sun and I can see it as plain as day. It's absolutely awesome. So let's put that gimbal up a bit. And we're going to fly out to the lake over here. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to control that because it's a really bright day. We're going to control the EV value. We're going to go down, other way, down, down, down. Oh, that's plus. Okay, so pull the scroll wheel towards you and it goes down. 2, 3. There we go. Okay, let's go up a little higher. Up a little higher. And yeah, I like that. I like that I can actually manipulate. We're up about 50 meters now or so. 60 meters, there we go. Okay, let's bring that down just a little bit. There we go. We don't have the grid lines on. Let's look at grid lines. Can we turn the grid lines on? Grid lines, yes, I want just those grid lines. Very good. Okay, so to be at the thirds, we have to be about there. And the horizon's not bad, it's pretty good. So let's come down a little bit more on that. I want to see that lake a bit better. And we'll fly out to the lake. And the max on this is, again, it's 12 meters per second. There it goes. I can see it. It's going pretty good. We still have a green light on the battery, so we're good. Let's see this little Little lake over here. And I've got the antennas at a 45-degree angle, so that's pretty good. And I'll step into the sun here for me, and I can see that where it's going. And the sun's right behind me. And I can turn around. Very good. It's very good. Okay, let's go up this way a bit. And we'll go out. And we'll turn around and we'll come back here. How far we're at, 500 meters or so. Pretty close to it. We'll go out that way. And we'll look down, take a look down. 600 meters. Yeah, it lightens up quite a bit, doesn't it? Okay, there we go. And there's another little lake over there. I've never really been over there. Okay, it's really good. I mean, it's really good. It's a lot better than before for distance-wise. And we'll come back and we'll have a look at where we've been. Okay. There we go. Now, if we bring that, we're at -1 on the EV value. Let's bring that down a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Just over 1.3. And we'll come back. Very good. So can we go up a little higher? Yep. There you go, a little higher. There's the frying pan lake, I like to call it. And it's doing pretty good. It might be a little bit dark for some, but for me it looks pretty darn good. And that horizon is really good. So, we should be coming over our house here. There's our house in the middle, just about entering. I should be able to see it and hear it about now. There it is. And we're going to bring it down. And I will say this TX10 is really, really good. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that warning. The battery, yeah, we're coming down. We're coming down. We've got some good battery life left. We had about a half a battery, so that's pretty good. And we're going to stop that video pretty soon. And it's really, really bright. I mean, it's super bright outside. And I can see this video clear as day. It's absolutely phenomenal. Here it comes. Here it comes. And we'll just flip it around. There we are. And there we go. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I can walk into the sun here. And I can still see this clear as day. I know where I'm looking. I know where I am. It's absolutely beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay, so let's get this landed. I'll turn that video off. Just hit any of the buttons. Turned off. And we will turn over and take a picture. Press for a long time. There we go. And we'll click and take a picture. Picture taken. There we go. Let's go back to video mode. You gotta wait and here. And it doesn't automatically start. You have to push it again. But we don't want to do that. So we're gonna land and go from there. And it's got the landing gear on it, so I'm just going to let it land by itself in the driveway. And it stops about There we go. It stops about a foot off the ground. Everything shuts down. It's great. No problem. We've got, what do we got in percentage? I can't really read that. 20%. There we go. So let's shut off the bird. And we'll put it, it should cancel out, yep. Put it back in the car. And there we go. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you. Let's turn this back on for a second. I wanted to show you this. Can you see this little case here? It fits. I turn it upside down and it fits my controller. It's awesome. I got that in the mail today. I don't know what it was for. I don't actually know why I got it. And I tried to find out and they said, oh, it was a mistake. It's not meant for this. It's obviously meant for some kind of a camera maybe, but it's perfect size. I flip this upside down. I take the sticks off and it just fits perfectly. And that lid there is the sponge lid that came with the actual box of the controller. Awesome. Anyway, let's turn this off again. There it goes. So there we have it. We have the TX10 controller with a brand new refresh, reset, everything, and it works perfectly. So we'll push the C2 button, long press, it beeps, and we just slide up and we're back to the home page again. Okay, thanks for watching. It's a great experience. I love this controller. Doing the reset and the flash is a bit of a pain. But it's very simple. It's very easy. Once you go through the steps in my number 5 video, it may seem cumbersome, it may seem odd and hard, but it's very doable. Don't worry about all the files that are in the zip file. You don't have to know all of them. You just have to know the ones that I showed you in the video. And it goes smoothly, it works, it resets everything. The timing works better. The only thing is I don't know if that adaptive brightness is going to work, but we will see. We'll see if it learns over time. Okay, so now I'm in a dark spot, so I'm gonna bring that down to about there. And now I'm in the garage, and that's bright enough for the garage to see things. So let's see what happens, okay? So we're gonna shut everything off, and it's almost about time to recharge the battery on the controller. And again, when you're flying, it's usually better not to have the Wi-Fi on, and then you don't get a lot of pop-ups. If you have a phone, a SIM phone card in here, you don't get pop-ups from all kinds of things, okay? And if you really want to check for an update, turn your Wi-Fi on. Okay, there you go. Sorry for saying that word again all the time. Okay, okay, okay. We'll see you in the next one. It's a beautiful day. I gotta go cut the grass. Bye now.